Hey, what's up, guys? This is our podcast. Just me and Bailey Brown sitting here. Say what's up, Bailey.
What's up?
So today's topic is about relationships, and
And the first thing we want to talk about is things that annoy people while dating.
so my input is on this is if you're always, I don't know how to say it. Like, it's okay you spend time together, but I feel as if you shouldn't be always, like, touching each other while trying to spend time together. You know what I mean? That stuff is just straight up annoying to me. I don't know about anybody else about it.
Okay, so I think something that annoys people while dating is the fact that people will continue to have people that they've talked to in the past on their Snapchat, their Instagram, just all of their social media. And I think that's highly annoying to a lot of people during relationships. So that's a bad thing to have during a relationship. That's my opinion. Okay. What about bad habits to have?
Bad habits? I mean, in a relationship, everybody has habits, always being with each other, always saying, I miss you. But you can't get into the habit of always missing that person, It's like, it's kind of a weird way. Like, if you can miss that person, but you can't get so attached where you miss them 24/7, because in reality, we should all face it. Are you going to stay with this person for forever? Or are you only doing it for a little bit until something bigger or major comes up? You can't always feel the need you have to miss that person. You have to have fun rather than miss the person.
I think a bad habit would be to lie. Lying during a relationship is the worst thing you could do. So, just being like, saying you're going one place and you go the other, whether it's going from the nail salon to HEB, don't lie about where you're going, because that automatically makes you to be not trusted. So just lying is a key thing to have none of in your relationship in order to have a healthy one.
Right. We should all agree upon that, you feel?
Yeah. And now on to cheaters/clingers.
Alright, so cheaters. There is no good reason to cheat. If you're with the person, you're with that person. You shouldn't feel the need that you need somebody else in your life that should give you different affection. You should feel comfortable, safe with your person. But you shouldn't be so comfortable and always, be on to them. I don't know really how to put it.
I agree with Sam on the you shouldn't cheat. I think you should be happy in your relationship, or you shouldn't have been with them. My thing is, if you're unhappy with the relationship, end the relationship no matter how hard it is, and move on. Now, clingers.
Alright, so if it's okay to be like, this person is mine, you have the right. You are dating them. You should feel proud of who you're dating. But if they have friends and they want to go hang out with them, you should respect that. And you should realize that they want time with their friends, so they have better bonds and they can always have those type of relationships. And you should be completely fine with it,
My take on the clingers part would be the fact that, yes, it is bad for someone to completely drop everything and only be devoted to you because of the fact that they need to have a healthy social life, as well as, just being able to do things without you. So basically what I'm saying is they need to be able to have their own time, to try not to be clingy, but if you are clingy, just make sure that you're not too clingy. Allow a person to have space.
Space is a major key in a relationship.
Space and communication. Alright, so what to do for a first date?
Alright, a lot of people like the classic simple dates, you know what I mean? let's go to the movies, eat some popcorn, maybe let's go at a restaurant. I think a first date should be, well, it's one of the most major things in a relationship, but you should also make it as comfy and relaxing, because with your partner, you should feel like, hey, I can be who I am around this person, not somebody else. You should feel like you have that comfort between y'all. So a dinner is nice and everything, but I feel like it's overdone. And movies, too much people. You can't have a normal conversation and try to get to know them. So it's better like, hey, come over, or let's just go to a park or something and y'all have a normal conversation. I mean, it's trying to get to know each other on a first date.
All right, so for my take on that, I do agree with the not going to the movies, because it is your first date. You should be able to talk. My thing is, though, is if I were going to take someone on a first date, I would try to make it as romantic as possible to let them to know you, basically. It's good to know what they like and what they dislike before you go to the date, and I think it's also important to make sure you include things that they prefer to do, things that are special to them, right, into your date.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So there should be like romance, but yes, you should also feel comfortable around there.
Exactly. Romance and feeling comfortable are two key things.
Like going to get a snow cone and going for a walk. That's
yeah.
That's pretty nice. I mean, you get to talk, you get to eat.
Yeah.
I think that's a
or
good
bowling
day.
Or something like that. Just something with
fun.
Somewhere where you're able to talk. All right. Now, how to keep the relationship special?
I say you guys do you. There's no specific way how you should run a relationship. Everybody has different ways and thoughts of a relationship. A special way is keep your romance up if you really want to. If you really like the relationship, you keep everything up. But I think if you let it overdone, it gets boring. So kind of have a good pace of your relationship. Hold hands. Women that I know love receiving flowers. Don't tell them that you're getting them flowers. Just know that what their favorite flower is, and get them flowers, because it's really nice. It's really nice when we receive those things.
My opinion on that would be the fact that it is important to remind them of how special they are, and to, yes, get them flowers and surprise them like all the time, as much as you can without going overboard. But make sure you remember the little things from when you first started talking and everything like that. Remember certain things that they like and everything like that, so you can surprise them whenever you'd like without just, making it obvious. They want to surprise as much as they say they don't. They do.
Everybody loves good surprises, and everybody loves when a partner remembers just the small things you guys talk or say or speak about. It's really nice.
I agree. All right. So, PDA, or even things you shouldn't do in public.
Bailey, this one is a major topic, because there's things that you should do in public. Like, it's nice holding hands and being with each other and smiling and having a good time. But shoving your hand down someone's pants, grabbing their butt, aka lady in Walmart, first-hand experience, keep that stuff at home, boys.
I think one of my favorites is when you're in school and people are in the band room, on top of each other, dry humping. That's probably a little too much PDA, even for school, even for a band room. I think that while you're in public, you should try to keep your hands to yourself as much as you can. Yes, kissing a little bit, not everywhere you go, or, holding hands is something you should do, because that's just showing your affection. So people know that, yes, you are hers and she is yours and whatever and blah, blah, blah. But don't go overboard. That's just, no.
Don't go into a sexual type thing out in public. that stuff you guys gotta keep
You
it
just gotta
indoors.
keep your hands to yourself and keep your dick in your pants. All right. So, does a relationship make you have more confidence?
I say yes and no. I feel like you should already have self-confidence. Even though we all have insecurities and we all find something about our body that is imperfect, I feel like having self-confidence is good. But a relationship, if it makes you have a little more confidence than you did before, I think that's great. I mean, you should love everything about your relationship and the person that you are with, even if you're not taken. I feel like you should love yourself, give yourself the most respect, and have confidence and pride in yourself, whatever you are. It's more of confidence should be natural to you and not coming from somebody else.
Okay, so my take on that, I don't think you necessarily have to have the most confidence. Until you're with someone, I myself don't have that much confidence, but I do find myself leaning towards having more when I'm with somebody. Things that I didn't think I could do before, I tend to think I can do when I'm in a relationship. It makes me feel as if someone truly cares and they want to be around me a lot, and that just boosts my self-confidence to where I feel like I can do anything. Not like jump off a bridge
Right.
or like, ride the Superman or anything, but like, riding certain roller coasters, riding things, and just doing things that I haven't ever done before because I've been scared is a great way to describe that, I think. I mean,
Right.
yeah.
There's a lot of respect between everybody, and you should, even if a relationship gives you confidence, be who you are, be proud of yourself.
Alright, so how to choose a lover. That's one of the good topics here.
Okay, it's basically go with whatever your type is. If you like blondes, find an interesting personality. I typically like odd, unique personalities. I love a good person's personality. If you make me laugh, then that's a good sign. But if you have a quirky side, I love that. I don't know why. I just find it you are different from everybody else, and which is a good thing because I want different. I don't want a basic person. I want someone who will be themselves and is just a unique person.
Okay, so my opinion is make sure you have things in common with this person and make sure that they at least do something for you in return as well as you do for them. Like, boost your self-confidence, do something like that. I think one of the best things for anyone, boy or girl, to have is self-confidence. I think that's very sexy. I think that's something that attracts me to certain people, and that's sometimes how I choose who I end up with. I think that'll be a big benefactor in who I'll end up with later on in life as well. So that's my idea on that. And what about importance of being yourself?
Being yourself is a high key. You can act different and be somebody else trying to be with somebody. Because when you're with somebody, you should feel like you can confide in them and express your feelings with them and show whatever you can just to be you. It's not good pretending to be somebody else. You need to bring your inner thoughts, your inner personality to the person that you're going to be with, because you may never know. You could be with him forever, you could be for a little bit, but I think being yourself is really good in a relationship.
Being yourself, in my opinion, yes, is very important. I think you should try, no matter who you're with, boy or girl, or whatever you're doing at the time, I think it's important to definitely show your true colors at all times, and if they don't show their true colors to you, then I believe you should probably consider the relationship in general, because if they aren't going to be themselves around you, then do they truly love you for you? And do they actually want to be with you? Like, that's my reasoning on that.
It's exactly like that.
And, okay, so this last one is a pretty good subject right now, especially for me. How to handle long distance.
Long distance, I personally think, if you are truly into the person and if you truly enjoy them as much as you do, you should respect each other. Long distance is hard, I understand that, but it doesn't mean you guys won't ever see each other. Y'all will eventually see each other and love each other as much as you do over the phone. Over the phone is completely different than an actual connection, a physical connection, but it doesn't mean everything's going to an end because you haven't seen them yet. Later on in life, you have experienced a long-distance relationship, which I feel like it's good. It's preparing yourself. Because let's say you have to go on a business trip or something. You are now used to being in a distance. But then again, it's terrible because you don't get to show your feelings towards them as you want to. Over then the phone, just by saying, hey, I enjoy you, you're beautiful, you're amazing. A long distance relationship I respect it. I have full pride in it. But you shouldn't feel as if you can't be in a relationship, because if you're loyal and the other person's loyal, you should feel better about yourself and everything around this relationship.
Okay, so my opinion on long distance would be to make sure that you're keeping up to date with what they're doing and how their day's going. Yes, the distance is hard, but you can break the distance. Don't ever be afraid to get with someone who's further away than what you usually would, because of the fact that you think that you'll never be able to see them, because that's never the thing. You can always go and see them eventually. Don't ever just lose hope and say that you can't because they're further away than you're used to. Long distance is very demanding, but if you have loyalty and you have respect for that person, then you will make sure they're okay, and you will keep them happy throughout your relationship regardless of the distance. So basically just be yourself, like we've been saying throughout this whole video, and do your best to show your appreciation, and try to video chat, do something like that, so where you can at least see them personally. That keeps you in check. And just make sure that you're not talking to anyone you shouldn't be, and that your partner is doing the same as well. But just make sure you have the respect, have loyalty, and make sure you're not talking to anyone. But don't be too clingy and stuff like that. That's my opinion.
Facts.
Alright, so that's about it for this podcast.
Yeah.
Let us know how you felt about our relationship advice and what you should do and not do during a relationship. We'll see you guys in the next podcast.
See ya.